Welcome to the Widowed Mom Podcast, episode 328, Widowhood and the What If Doom Spiral.
Welcome to the Widowed Mom Podcast, the only podcast that offers a proven process to help you work through your grief, to grow, evolve, and create a future you can truly look forward to. Here's your host, Master Certified Life Coach, Grief Expert, Widow, and Mom, Krista St-Germain.
Hey there, welcome to another episode of the podcast. So I'm recording 2 episodes today. I recorded the one you heard last week a little bit earlier. Now I'm recording this one. So in my world, as I record this, it is not yet September. So if by the time you hear this, I do not have fall decorations out, please send help. I joke, but it's already feeling a little bit late, and it's not even the end of August as I'm recording this. It's time. I'm feeling it. And in the new house, I have promised myself I will not buy any fall decorations or any Halloween decorations until I get out all the ones I have and I see what works where. But I get such a great amount of joy from decorating for these 2 holidays that it feels like time for me. So hopefully that has happened by now. Okay. Today I want to talk about something that I have seen it so much in myself. I just actually went through a what if doom spiral quite recently in my own brain, and I see it a lot in my clients too. And this won't be a very long episode, but I think because it is such a common occurrence that a little bit of talking about it might prove helpful. Here's what a what if doom spiral might sound like or look like for you before we talk about why it happens and what to do about it. So maybe you're sitting at the kitchen table, and maybe you're looking at your bills. You're going through and you're about to pay your bills. And your brain starts with this one little thought, like, what if I can't afford this house anymore? And then it snowballs. If I can't afford this house, maybe I'll have to sell. What if nobody wants to buy? What if I lose money? What if the kids hate me for moving? What if they never forgive me? What if moving messes them up forever and they've already lost one parent? So what if this breaks them completely? What if I ruin their lives? See how quickly it escalates? One what if after another what if. And we've gone from paying bills to complete worst case scenarios where our kids will never recover. This is what I'm calling the what if doom spiral. So it may be a little bit different for you, but that's the idea. It starts as one little thing and then it kind of becomes its own spiral. So I want to talk about quickly, why does this happen and what can we do about it? All right. First, I want to remind us, brains are designed to keep us safe and alive. Safety to our primitive brain is associated with certainty and predictability and knowing what comes next. But we don't always know what comes next, do we? Especially, boom, our person dies. We maybe thought we always knew what comes next, and now we realize, oh, I actually don't. Actually, maybe never knew what was coming next. And then it can go from, I'm kind of certain about what my life's going to look like, to nothing feels predictable. And because brains associate safety with certainty, they hate that. Makes sense, right? So we know that uncertainty in the brain is experienced as a threat. And the brain regions that are responsible for threat detection, so the amygdala, the insula, can light up and kind of go into overdrive when there is a lot of uncertainty. So then the brain starts scanning for danger, trying to create safety by predicting the future. And it doesn't set much to turn it into a whole spiral, right? It starts as one little thing and then it becomes this escalating worst case scenario doom spiral where we end up homeless and broke and nobody loves us. It also can feel very urgent as it's happening. And it has an urgency sometimes that feels important. Like if I just keep thinking about this, if I go through all the what ifs and I'll figure it out, right? It's like an anticipatory anxiety. So what psychologists call it. So your brain is kind of trying to prepare you for every possible outcome, even though there's no possible way to know what will happen in the future. But we somehow try to run through all these scenarios so that we can somehow make ourselves feel better. And we come up with all of these what if questions. But really, the what ifs are never solutions. They are kind of just, I want you to think about it like protective wiring gone into overdrive. A system that was designed to help us, which is now not helping us. And there is a cost to the what if doom spiral. It would seem like the what if doom spiral might actually be helpful and might actually protect us, but really it's just masquerading as problem solving, and it's actually worry in disguise. Worry, as they say, only pretends to be necessary, but costs us so much: peace, energy, hope. keeps us stuck, keeps us afraid to move forward. It's kind of like treading water where you tread and you tread and you tread, you don't actually get anywhere and you exhaust yourself. That is the what if doom spiral. I've coached a lot of women who have come to me not realizing that they are in the what if doom spiral. Almost always, when we look closer, part of what we see, the reason they are feeling stuck or they're telling themselves that they can't make a decision or they don't know what the right choice is because they are having doom spirally thoughts. So, what do we do about it? First, we notice it. Step 1, can't get leverage over something you don't notice. So when you catch your brain in the spiral, you can say something like, I see what you did there, brain. Thank you for trying to keep me safe. Or this is the part where my human brain has gone into a what if doom spiral, right? We notice it, we name it. Just the act of noticing it and naming it interrupts the loop. It interrupts the spiral. Then come back to the present moment. Ground yourself in the present moment. We know that when you calm your body, you calm your mind, right? When your nervous system senses danger and we come back and calm our nervous system, we can think more clearly. We actually have access to the part of our brain that allows us to think. So, hand on the heart. Exhale longer than the inhale. Remind yourself, I'm safe. You could use tapping. You could use the now process, which I have a whole podcast episode about. Even if all you did was make your exhale longer than your inhale, you would create more calm in your nervous system. All of these can help bring you out of the spiral, bring you back into the present moment. Then you can think again and you can ask yourself, what do I actually know right now? What is one small thing I could do that's within my control? What actually matters to me in this moment? That is what we do about it. It's not about being able to predict all the possible scenarios that could happen or knowing some sort of outcome that we could never know. We do not need to predict an unknowable future. We do want to choose how we respond to ourselves in the moment. We do want to notice what our brain is doing so that we can interrupt the loop, come back to our bodies, ask ourselves a useful question when we actually can think again. This is also why coaching is so powerful. If you are left to your own devices, and I include myself in this, when we are left to our own devices and nobody is helping us see what's going on in our brain, a lot of those what ifs will feel really problematic. They will feel like facts. We will relate to them as though they are truth. It's one of my favorite things to do in coaching is to help people see that they are just having thoughts, right? And to show them then that they can choose new thoughts, to show them how to settle that storm inside, how to choose toward thoughts so that they can take action toward the life that they want, right? Once you can see that your thinking is just thinking, you can interrupt the pattern, you can do something different, you can create something different for yourself. So, the what if doom spiral, just the brain's way of trying to create safety through certainty, does not work, burns energy, creates anxiety, makes us fairly miserable. You can interrupt it by noticing, naming, grounding, and then focusing on what it is that you actually do know right now. I promise you, you do not need to solve the whole future today. You just need to take the very next step. Meet yourself where you are, all right? That's what I have for you this week. Remember, I love you. You've got this. Take care, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye. If you like what you've been hearing on this podcast and want to create a future you can truly get excited about even after the loss of your spouse, I invite you to join my Mom Goes On coaching program. It's small group coaching just for widowed moms like you, where I'll help you figure out what's holding you back and give you the tools and support you need so you can move forward with confidence. Please don't settle for a new normal that's less than what you deserve. Go to coachingwithkrista.com and click Work With Me for details and next steps. I can't wait to meet you.